Good morning, everyone. This is Mike Welts, also known as Wasabi Mike. I'm here at IFX out here in Las Vegas. We're excited to be here at this first ever venture. I'm going to have our gentlemen, our guest speakers, talk a lot about it here in just a moment. But first, let me introduce our speakers. We have Zach Smith, who is the CEO of Packet and is hosting this great event.
Hello.
And second, we have David Friend, the CEO of Wasabi. You all know him from many episodes over the past few months. So anyway, let's go here. I'll step out of the picture, let the two gentlemen kind of riff on what IFX is all about, a little bit about their companies first, and then talk about this new partnership and a program that's resulting from it. So Zach, why don't you take it away?
Oh, thanks so much. My name is Zachary Smith. I'm one of the founders and CEO of a business called Packet, and we automate high-performance bare metal compute for around 15,000 developer users. And I'm really happy to be here. Thanks, Dave, for coming and joining the IFX conference. Maybe I'll give you guys a little intro on what it is, but
go ahead.
Yeah, that's good. So this week is a huge cloud conference. We're in the shadow of AWS's reInvent, and we decided to throw a, let's call it a Burning Man alternative kind of get together called IFX, short for infrastructure. And what we're trying to do is bring together a community of builders, creators, consumers of internet infrastructure. We've got about 600 people here over the past 2 days. We have transformed a dirt parking lot into an oasis in the desert and brought a whole bunch of nerds and talked about compute, and storage, and networking, and software, and everything else in between.
Right. So when we met Packet and I met Zach, they only do compute in the cloud. We only do storage in the cloud. Nearly anything you want to build in a cloud application requires both compute and storage. So we figured, gee, let's hook up and give our customers a real alternative to the integrated, more closed environment of AWS. So what we're announcing this week actually is this partnership between Packet and Wasabi, wherein each of us will be able to provision each other's services so that a customer can come to either us or to Packet and get both compute and storage in the cloud. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about how that's being implemented.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's super exciting for us, and we've been a 4.5-year-old business that only deploys compute, right? And what we've got is a huge community of developer users and enterprises who are just hungry to do innovation on their workload, but they need to work on their data, right? So when we first met Dave, this was kind of a natural alignment, not only in terms of a technology set, but really in a belief system, because both Wasabi and Packet really believe in best of breed. And Packet is 100% focused on automating high performance compute, and Wasabi is 100% focused on high performance storage.
Right.
And so we thought, wow, how can we make it easier for our customers to consume best of breed?
Right.
Not to overuse a little phrase there, but we thought, okay, what are the issues that are getting in between it? So the first thing we decided to do was get rid of all charges between our companies so that moving storage back and forth or compute back and forth would have no penalty to the users. So we did that through what's called a bandwidth alliance. And then we said, how could we make this even better, right? And I think that's where we're at this week.
That's right. That's right. So, in addition to having a free exchange of data between the compute cloud and the storage
Which
cloud.
seems like it should just be the normal, right?
Well, it should. And, the difference is that Amazon has a free exchange between their internal systems like S3 and their EC2 compute. But if you want to take data outside of Amazon's cloud, now they charge you an egress fee. So Wasabi has no egress fees. So, what this means for the customer is they will know in advance how much this whole thing is going to cost them. And in the same sense that Wasabi is 20% of the price or 80% less than the cost of Amazon S3, we figure back of the envelope, you can run a production enterprise level application in Packet's cloud for probably 80% less than the compute costs that you would pay in Amazon's cloud. So
That seems like that's pretty good for customers.
It's really good for customers, and the fact that we're aligned together now really means that a customer has choice, can pick best of breed, they can bring the software that they want, they can bring the CDN that they want to the picture and so forth, and we're all going to work together.
Well, maybe I can talk a little bit about what we're going to do for the developers out there. Yeah. So what we've got is a community that's based upon automating all parts of the infrastructure. This is a DevOps movement towards compute and storage, making your applications move faster, moving through a developer model so that you can release higher quality code more regularly. And what we found is that getting a first-class developer experience is really a requirement. Certainly there have been some issues and concerns from our customers who said, wait, I need to have 2 vendor relationships, one for my storage and one for my compute. So we said, okay, let's make that easier, right? But really what we've heard from our customers is, wow, we need a single developer experience. So what we're doing here at Packet is putting the Wasabi API inside of Packet's developer experience. So you'll be able to use a single API key, a single billing endpoint, a single pane of glass to access your best of breed compute from Packet and your best of breed storage from Wasabi. We think this is a first ever integration between 2 leading cloud companies to actually accomplish this.
Right. Good. I think that pretty well sums it up. Mike?
Fantastic. So do you want to talk at all about the name of this ecosystem, what we're pulling together, how it all comes together, and the types of partners that are partaking?
Well, what we should do is have all you people out there tell us what we should name this thing, right?
That's great.
In the spirit of open source, we need to crowdsource our way. But Dave and I have been ruminating on different ways that we can call an alliance together to bring best of breed cloud providers together,
right,
and really work on a common set of values of interchange formats
right.
in terms. I mean, this is standards building 101.
Right.
Yet in the cloud today, you don't have a culture of standards building. You have a culture of verticalization and isolation,
right.
and we really think that there's an alternative here. So
right.
we're open to ideas, but you're going to see us kind of try and come out with something, formulate some ways that other people, whether it's CDNs or storage providers or onloading or accelerators, can come together and offer common business terms and a unified experience to customers.
Right. Yeah, we're opposed to the idea of vendor lock-in. We're opposed to the idea of everything being in one closed ecosystem. We're the rebellion.
We're going to crack open the cloud.
That's right. We're going to crack open the cloud and allow people to pick best of breed.
There you go. There's the Crack the Cloud Alliance, right?
Yeah,
Who knows where we go with this? You can't probably see me in the picture here. The reason why is we're actually working from inside one of those cool containers that you might see everywhere now. It's a shipping container.
Yeah. Well, in the spirit of Docker and containerization, we decided to take it a whole way.
Yeah, you're going to take it very literally. So what we're going to do is we'll just take these last 2 minutes of this episode and actually show you around IFX. Take a look. It's been 2 days of action-packed keynotes, presentations, great ecosystem partnering going on, and we're looking forward to this next day of really kind of bringing this whole thing to the promise and potential that it truly has. So thanks for joining us. Look forward to hearing your feedback on what we're building together.
Enjoy our take.
Yep.
So, disaggregation is the main theme of the discussion here today. We're focused on the storage piece of this. One of the reasons we're talking about disaggregation is because we see hyperscalers moving in that direction already. And there's reasons for that. So we're going to talk about this.
Do you have a flight or a
Well, they want to be able to grow because they're getting more and more users.